I want to give it to you. If you were king of tennis for a day or however long for a certain thing, whether it's college tennis, social tennis, professional tennis, tennis of the universe, whatever it is, you were king of tennis. Is there any one thing, or is there anything you would change or adjust to make tennis better for anyone in any way? You get king of tennis, you get one thing you can do. What would it be?
Yeah, I think you guys have seen the success of the Laver Cup. I think the problem, and Bobby said this many years ago. He remembers like everything I said, and even if it was BS, he seems to remember everything I said back in the day. Maybe I had too many adult beverages, but Bobby always said, we're too focused in tennis on promoting the players and not the sport. And if you think about it, team sports, I use this analogy, I'm right between Philly and New York, but if you're in Philadelphia and the worst guy on the Phillies walks into a restaurant, somebody knows him and they're like, hey, that guy's on the Phillies. He's a Major League Baseball. He might be 700 in the world in baseball. If you're 700 in the world in tennis, you're playing college tennis. So, I think the team approach is really good because it can showcase so many guys. I mean, how many, when you watch a football game, a baseball game, basketball game, how many guys are being showcased? When tennis is on TV, typically, obviously Tennis Channel is doing a good job. Maybe midweek, you see some early round matches and people get to know some other players. But again, it goes back to that thing I said with Atlanta sports or tennis fans, understanding the 50 guy in the world can be just as good as the one guy in the world on a given day. Or if you're a 4-0 player, you're not going to see the subtlety and those differences. So I think making it more team oriented, getting fans around the world to embrace the idea of these teams and taking a part of the ATP and WTA calendar and making more team events. The calendar is grueling enough, and they've made some changes to Davis Cup, but I really think a lot of the events around the world, let's be honest, they have a tough time getting people on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday to come to matches. Yeah, you see the finals, it's packed, but I think with the exception of a few events, I think some of these events are struggling financially. So make it more of a team event. You involve more people. You showcase the sport at a greater level. And then we need more exposure via whether it's even streaming. I know we talk a lot about linear TV. That's really important. We talked about that a lot in college tennis, but the streaming, it should be a good streaming. It should be the ability for anybody to get tennis live any time. So I think those two things are super important. If I were king of tennis, that's what I would try to do, make it more team oriented. That's coming from a college coach where I believe in culture and team camaraderie and being a little bit more unselfish. But I think tennis needs more of that.